Well, there are openings.
I mean, like, once again, for ITB's lineup, it's the individual play that needs to bleed through. It's Supreme with the blink, shutting down, like you mentioned, and then every time they get a kill, it's progressing the map. I think if they ever stall out their progression, that's when OG will find farm on the Invoker, find farm on the Lina. Lina gets to 3-4 items, and she's unkillable in this game. So, yeah, it's a lot of emphasis on ITB to just
So much global.
Thank you very much. Coming in.
He does, once you have a second point in the Sandstorm, it gets much easier. DM in trouble.
As sentries down for both teams. Blink Strike on a DM. Odeker is going to get first blood on DM. Just goes in a bit too far. That sentry ends up being cleaned up at the end of the day, but they got the kill.
They decided to be their playmaker. Otherwise, you have Invoker who doesn't have a hero to play with. Jibe dropping low, and you can see Misha soaking up the damage.
Starbreaker lands. Misha going down to this Dawnbreaker, stepping up a little bit too far. Maybe not expecting that kind of damage from the Dawnbreaker Crystal Maiden combo. If this is Vision, they did place a ward before they went for that Illuminate, and he doesn't have a sentry to clean that up. So the turn looking like it might come. The Illuminate, the Cold Snap, some damage from BZM, and Kadaro turns into this only to die as Immersion's made a rotation. They've got the Elder Dragon form, they'll put down the Ice Wall, but Odeker joins in, and BZM's in a lot of trouble, gets into the Ghost Walk, but they throw down a sentry to make sure that they could get this kill.
Ooh, double the value. If they scout the high ground, there's also an Observer Ward, so getting a kill and potentially getting a deep...
Port starting to wail away, but BZM comes in with the Cold Snap. Supreme, Egg and Tail onto BZM. They'll also look to go for the ult from the Dawnbreaker, but that doesn't come through, and eventually they still get the kill to BZM. It looks like they'll trade Kadaro. So the Crystal Maiden goes down, and now Immersion caught Burrow Strike, and getting run down by both the Sand King as well as Taiga with the Illuminate. Gets denied by the neutral creep instead, and these Treants are hitting away at Misha, even with the living armor. Well, he won't live.
That's a big, some big kills from Into the Breach. This is the second time they managed to kill BZ.
Just running at Supreme. Dragon Tail and the ult from the Dawnbreaker this time comes all the way through, but they land the LSA that should be followed up by a Burrow Strike. And Jibe, well, he uses that Solar Guardian and dies for his troubles very quickly.
He got baited there.
Stunned. Supreme just sticking with DM. They have Immersion coming over, and now he'll look for it again, but silenced once more. He can't get this ult off.
Guys, please let me use my epicenter. Sunstrike.
It's Kadaro, but doesn't kill him.
I could turn the fight around. There was a game when he was playing Lina. He used a Satanic, and then pretty much the fight was over. BZM getting caught again.
Comes through, but BZM still gonna die here, and Misha trying to TP. Have the vision, but they don't have a way to stop the teleport out. And Supreme getting that kill into BZM.
Magical. Like even Lina's right clicks, the Maelstrom procs are magical. So they're gonna be very tanky. Another one.
BZM silenced. Where does he go? Nowhere. Can't even get out. He's just pushed into the grave. Two hands from everybody from Into the Breach on that one. Laguna Blade. Jibe again, just ain't too far. Yuragi getting a turnaround kill onto the Dawnbreaker.
So they get something out of every kill, pretty much, that Into the Breach
stack. But
well, if they say anything to him, his response will probably be like, yeah, but I made those stacks. He's in trouble now.
Light Strike Array, Sunstrike off the mark, but Yuragi's got more than enough damage to melt the Crystal Maiden.
But you needed thawing.
This is there's the smoke. They are going to see these heroes on OG. Burrow Strike before he could get the sweeping dart off. They've got the Sunstrike. They'll get the kill into Immersion. They'll look for the epicenter, but again, it doesn't get out in time. They'll take out DM. They're on the run. Yuragi doing a lot of damage. Kadaro right into the hands of Misha. Cold Snap, LSA with the damage from Illuminate. And another right click from BZM means they'll lose the Crystal Maiden too.
OG is getting more out of these trades now. Even though they lost Sanking, they still shop. Like the one that is placed, yeah, like where exactly? Yeah, our observer, he knows the spot. Like I haven't seen this word being used often. BZM again.
Yeah, BZM, he's gonna die here for the 5th time this game. He is half the kills for Into the Breach. They also put DM to sleep. They've got the silence. They need to stick.
Point now that like Dragonite, he does have a shard. There is a pipe available. Immersion, he's ready to use the sleeping dart. Yoragi lands a stun.
Yeah, lands the LSA. That probably means at least Immersion's dead, but it does give them the cue that it's time to leave the Radiant jungle. Yeah. Bottom lane, Kadaro and Jibe here, but they also have Misha over to the side, so Kadaro's going to try to TP out, but Overgrowth committed with a Sunstrike and an Illuminate, so no getting out for the Crystal Maiden.
I don't know if we've seen more than one Overgrowth so far, other than this.
Then you have as much gold as somebody who hasn't died this game yet. They get the sweep. It's on Misha. And the Wrath of Nature, the Dragon Tail with the Fireball down. This is an easy kill for Into the Breach that Odeker will snipe at the last second. Misha even tipping Immersion.
Both Observer Wards dewarded. That one was just played.
What you didn't want is the max is 1K, so it's peaking. But we zoom out to normal net worths, and it would be what you expected.
Gem. This is big. Oh. This is huge.
We've seen a lot of teams go to these early gems, but the gem was picked up by the Courier of Coddle.
He's there. He was quick.
Right next to them, and they'll drop down the smoke screen. Force Staff back, looking for an Illuminate. Pops out old Burrow Strike. Epicenter, Sunstrike on a Kadaro, but Supreme, he's left by himself. He'll die for the first time this game. The Burrow Strike lands on a Jibe, and they've got the Dawnbreaker in some trouble with the Laguna Blade killing off Kadaro. They've got the Starbreaker with the extra help from the Shard, giving some a magic immunity, but it won't be enough to survive as Uragi's got the triple kill.
And this is what I talked about. They are running into damage problems. In terms of network, the game looks Spirit Form. Oh, they found the gem again.
Yeah, Gleipnir, Illuminate's going to be thrown forward, but another Force Staff. Tricks of the Trade, Tornado lands, Ice Wall, LSA, and Immersion's gone. BKB TP for Odeker.
Ooh, that's a 9-second BKB. Just to get out of the trouble. Not what you want to get from it.
You can tell the Solar Guardian coming through. They're going to drop down onto BZM, trying to get the damage down, but it gets the Hurricane Pike off. BKB's been popping the Dragonite. Ulti here for the Crystal Maiden on the low ground. They're doing the damage onto Jibe. They get the kill, but the Gleipnir comes in from Odeker. It's 4, now 5v2. They'll go in with Immersion. He'll Blink Strike it, goes to the Tricks of the Trade. The LSA hits on all 3. Oh, Immersion Supreme. They'll fall. Down goes Odeker. It's perfect from Uragi.
Misha holding onto that Overgrowth throughout this whole duration until they get on top of Uragi. Then he pops it into damage mitigation. OG, they're fully prepared.
So what's the way back for Into the Breach? Because, like you said, damage is lacking, and well, now there's a Ricky lacking.
Well, you want me to be honest, or you want me to lie?
What's do both. Go both.
What's the way back? I think this game, Into the Breach has one.
Now do the lying one.
The lying one is, yeah, with the proper execution. Never mind, I'll stop that.
Burrow Strike, LSA. It looks like they've got a dead Supreme right there and then. Taiga getting credit for that kill. And
it might not even be a fight if they.
Well, now Odeker with the BKB, but I don't know if it'll matter. They're even going to fight out of their base. DM coming over, BKB. Oh, the timing's not right, but the damage. Oh,
he TP's out.
Oh, he still got him.
The Sunstrike.
Oh, Sunstrike him down. They'll go now for Jibe, and they'll get the kill. Oh, OG. It's just so perfect.
Power of the global presence. You can die anywhere on the map.
Immersion. Yeah, you're next. Uragi's damage is just too much for them to handle. That is
pretty even for almost like 20 minutes in terms of the net worth. Buyback coming up from the Immersion, not the biggest one. He has one ability to use pretty much.
Strike. And there's the break. So that means Supreme will die and GG is called. OG take game 1 over Into the Breach. They break it open in a late fight and then just storm the rest from there.
Clean execution. This bottom lane went into their favor. This is their